Start with a dramatic wide shot of a vast, ancient landscape, then quickly cut to close-ups of powerful predators like lions, bears, and sharks. What's the most terrifying predator you can imagine? A great white shark slicing through the waves? A grizzly bear standing on its hind legs, a tower of muscle and fur? For millennia, humans have shared the planet with incredible hunters. We've learned to respect them, to fear them, and to keep our distance. But what if I told you there was once a predator that dwarfed them all? An animal so immense, so powerful, that it actively hunted our ancestors. This isn't a creature from mythology or a Hollywood movie. This is the story of the largest animal to ever hunt humans. Transition to imagery of early humans, perhaps around a fire, looking nervously into the darkness. To find this colossal hunter, we need to rewind the clock. Way back, we're talking about the Pliocene and Pleistocene epochs, a time when our own family tree was just beginning to branch out. Our ancestors like Australopithecus and early Homo species were not the top of the food chain. They were small, resourceful, but also incredibly vulnerable. They navigated a world filled with saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, and other formidable beasts. But one predator stood, or rather flew, above them all. Introduce dramatic CG renders or fossil imagery of Argentavis magnificens. Meet Argentavis magnificens, the magnificent Argentine bird. And when I say magnificent, I mean mind-bogglingly huge. Imagine a bird with a wingspan of up to 23 feet or 7 meters. That's as wide as a small private jet. Standing on the ground, it was taller than a man, reaching over 6 feet in height. And it weighed around 150 pounds or 70 kilograms, making it the heaviest flying bird known to have ever existed. This was no ordinary bird. This was a flying giant. Show animations of Argentavis flying, soaring over landscapes. For a long time, scientists debated how a creature this massive could even get airborne. It was too heavy for a running takeoff like an albatross or a powered flapping takeoff like a pigeon. The answer lies in the environment it called home. Argentavis lived in what is now Argentina, a region of vast open plains and foothills of the Andes Mountains. It likely used a combination of wind and terrain, running downhill into a headwind to generate enough lift, or launching itself from high perches, much like a modern hang glider pilot. Once in the air, it was a master of soaring, riding thermal updrafts to stay aloft for hours, covering huge distances with minimal effort. It was the undisputed king of the prehistoric skies. Cut to visuals comparing Argentavis to modern eagles and condors. So we have this gigantic bird soaring over ancient South America. But what did it eat? Looking at its anatomy gives us clues. It had a massive, hooked beak, a formidable weapon capable of tearing flesh. However, its feet and talons, while strong, weren't proportionally as powerful as a modern eagle's. An eagle uses its talons to crush the life out of its prey. Argentavis probably couldn't do that with very large animals. This has led to two main theories about its hunting style. The first theory is that it was primarily a scavenger, like a modern vulture, but on an epic scale. Its sheer size would have allowed it to dominate any carcass, searing off other predators like saber-toothed cats. It would soar high above the plains, using its keen eyesight to spot a recent kill, then descend to claim its prize. Its powerful beak would be perfect for tearing through tough hides that smaller scavengers couldn't handle. This is a very plausible scenario. But there's another more chilling possibility. Show a dramatic reenactment, an Argentavis swooping down towards a group of small, simulated early hominids who scatter in terror. The second theory is that Argentavis was an active predator, but one with a unique technique. Instead of grappling with its prey, it may have been a swoop and gulp hunter. It would target medium-sized animals, creatures the size of a large dog or a sheep. And, unsettlingly, our early ancestors, who were about that size, would have fit the bill perfectly. The strategy would be terrifyingly simple. Spot a lone individual, swoop down at incredible speed, and swallow it whole. The bird's beak was large enough to accommodate a human-sized snack. It wouldn't need powerful grasping talons if it could simply scoop its victim up and end the hunt in a single horrifying gulp. show a map of South America, highlighting fossil find locations for Argentavis and early hominids in Africa, explaining the timeline and separation. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't early humans live in Africa? And you're absolutely right. The hominids that were evolving in Africa, like Lucy the Australopithecus, never met Argentavis. They were separated by an entire ocean. So how can we say it hunted humans? This is where the story takes a fascinating turn. While the main stage of human evolution was Africa, hominids were explorers. Eventually, Homo erectus and later species began to spread across the globe. The key is the Great American Interchange. About 3 million years ago, the Isthmus of Panama formed, connecting North and South America for the first time in eons. This created a land bridge and animals began to migrate between the continents in a massive ecological shuffle. Predators from the north, like saber-toothed cats and bears, moved south, and creatures from the south moved north. It was during this period that humans, having already crossed from Asia into North America, eventually made their way down into South America. Display a timeline showing human migration into the Americas and the extinction date of Argentavis. The fossil record shows that the first humans arrived in South America around 14,000 to 15,000 years ago. Argentavis, on the other hand, is believed to have gone extinct around 6 million years ago, long before the land bridge even formed. So, a direct encounter seems impossible. Case closed, right? Well, science is always evolving. Some more recent, though debated, fossil evidence suggests that Argentavis or a very similar, equally massive bird might have survived much longer than we initially thought, perhaps into the late Pleistocene. If these later survival dates are accurate, it means there would have been a terrifying overlap. The first Paleo-Indians entering South America would have walked into a land ruled by a flying behemoth. For these early people, the sky itself would have been a source of danger. A shadow passing overhead wouldn't just be a cloud. It could be a predator capable of carrying away a child or even an adult. Imagine trying to hunt or gather on the open plains, knowing that a 150-pound bird with a 23-foot wingspan could be watching you from a mile high, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Shift tone to a more reflective, concluding mood with visuals of modern birds and human history. This predator-prey relationship, even if it was for a brief window in geological time, would have been etched into the collective memory of these first peoples. Think about the myths and legends from around the world that featured giant birds. The ROC from Middle Eastern tales, the thunderbird from Native American lore. These stories often describe giant raptors capable of carrying off people. Could these be the cultural echoes, the faint memories passed down through countless generations of a time when our ancestors truly were hunted by giants from the sky? It's a tantalizing thought. Ultimately, Argentavis magnificens disappeared, likely due to a changing climate and the extinction of the large mammals it scavenged. Its reign as the sky's largest hunter came to an end. Today, its closest living relatives are condors, magnificent birds in their own right, but mere shadows of their colossal ancestor. The story of Argentavis is a powerful reminder of the world our ancestors had to survive. It was a world of giants where humans were not the masters of their domain, but just another part of a complex and dangerous food web. The largest animal to ever hunt humans wasn't a shark, a bear, or a cat. It was a bird. And that fact alone is more incredible than any myth. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey back in time. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into our planet's incredible history. Let me know in the comments what ancient creature you'd like to hear about next. Until then, stay curious.